Welcome back to math. Today, Module 2, Lessons 10 and 11. I hope that this will help you with multiplying decimals and figuring out that pesky decimal. Let's take a look at our first problem. We have 53 times 1.2. Now, if you notice, it has that wavy, do you see that wavy kind of equal sign right there? That means they want us to round. If I was going to round this, what would I round the 53 to?
50.
I'd round it to 50. And if I was rounding we could say 1.2, we would want to round this to 1. So, 50 times 1 equals 50. Now, that's our rounded estimated number, right?
Yes.
Now, if we were to do this problem, we'd want to think of the 1.2. The 1.2, as you can see, I want to think of it as 12 tenths. 12 tenths. Because remember, our tenths is where in our place value chart. Where's our tenths? Is it here on the left or is it on the right?
Right.
It's on the right. So this is tenths, right?
Yes.
So we have 12 tenths and we're going to multiply it by 53. We're going to start here. So our first answer is going to go here. When we multiply 3 times 2, the answer will go there. And then when we multiply 3 times 1, the answer is going to go right below the 5. Do you see?
Yes.
This column like this? Okay.
There's only 2 numbers.
So let's go ahead and do that and see how we do it. Okay. 3 times 2 is 6. And 3 times 1 is 3. Now if you notice, we went like that and then we put our answer right there. Now we need to do something very important, and it's called placeholder. Why do we want to put a placeholder?
Because the 5 is in the 10th place.
Because this 5 is in the 10th place, right?
Yes.
So here's our 10th place right here, right?
Yes.
This is our 10th place. So we're going to put a 0 here to show that we're in the tens place. And we're going to now do 5 times 2. 5 times 2 is
10.
10. We're going to put our 0 here, and we're going to put we're going to carry the 1 and we're going to put it on top. Okay? Now our next answer is going to go over here in the hundredths place.
Yes.
Right? It's hundreds.
Yes.
Because we have ones, tens, hundreds, right? So 5 times 1 is 5 plus the 1 that we carried over is 6. Now we're going to add them all together. 6 plus 0? 6. 3 plus 3. And 6 plus 0 is 6. 636 tenths. Okay, it's in the tenths, right? So, where would this 6 go in our place value chart?
After the 6th one.
It would go right here, right? Isn't that our spot? So this is our tenths, right?
Yes.
So that's where we're going to put this 6, right? So we put our 6 there, we got our 3 and our 6, and our answer is 63.6. And we want to circle that so if someone's correcting it, they could easily find the answer, right? Is that close to 50?
Yes.
Sure. So we know that okay, whatever.
Mr. White.
Okay. Yeah.
You said 3 plus 2 is equals to 3.
We're going to be editing that one out.
Oh.
He's
Yeah.
going to be editing a lot of
That's
stuff.
always the thing that happens. You can't help it. Okay. All right, we have a word problem. Mr. Jansen is building an ice rink. I think everyone should have an ice rink in their backyard. It will measure 8.4. And this is in what? meters. So we put an M. 22 meters. So one way is 8.4 meters, the other way is 22 meters. How do you want to do this? Well, we could use an area model to do that, right? And we are multiplying, you are correct. And if I said, hey, what if I put a wavy thing? What would I be asking for?
Rounding.
I'd ask for rounding. So if we're rounding, we could round to 20 and we could round this to 8, right?
Yes.
And 8 times 0 is 0, and 8 times 2 is 16, and this would be meters squared, right?
Yes.
8.4 times 22, we're going to think of the 8.4 as 84 tenths, and we're going to split out our 22 into a 2 and a 20. Ready? So let's go ahead and do this. We got 2 times 4 is 8. We have 2 times 8 is 16. So our number here that we've got, it works out great. Okay, now we've got 20 times 4, right?
Yes.
So 20 times 4 is 80. We have a 0 here, and we carry our 8, right?
Yes.
Now we're doing 20 times 8. 20 times 8 is 160, right?
Yes.
Plus 8. And we're going to add this all together. 8 plus 0,
8.
6 plus 8,
14.
6 plus 1 plus 1,
8.
and 1 plus 0 is 1. And this is in tenths, right? Now when it's in tenths, that means that we have our decimal points. Which one's tenths? Is it on the left side or the right side?
Right.
It's this spot right here, right?
Yes.
So that would be the same as this 8 would go in that spot, right? This 8 would go in this spot. So that's where we put our decimal. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Is that easy?
Yes.
Easier. So let's go to our next problem, and this is in lesson 11. Solve using a standard algorithm. Okay, no problem. So we've got 203, and what is this in? What's that in? Is it in tenths or is it in hundredths?
Hundreds.
Okay, so we're going to put hundredths in here, right?
Yeah.
And then we're going to multiply it by 13. We start with 3 times 3, and our answer is going to go here, right? Then we're going to go 3 times 0, and our answer is going to go here in the tens. Then our 3 times 2, and our answer is going to go here, right? Does everybody remember that?
Yes.
Okay. And then when we do the other one, 1 times 3, our answer is going to go down in this area, right?
Yes.
Everybody see this okay?
Yes.
Great. Okay, here we go. So 3 times 3 is 9, and the answer goes here. 3 times 0, our answer is going to go here. What is it?
0.
It is 0. 3 times 2, and our answer is going to go here.
6.
That would be 6, right? Now, where are we? Is this one a 1, or is this one something else?
A 10. So you put a placeholder.
It is a 10. So we are going to put a placeholder. So I put the placeholder like this. And the reason why I cross through it is so I remember it's a placeholder. It's still a 0, but it's just an easy way for me to see them. Now I'm going to do 1 times 3, and my answer is going to go here, right?
3.
Because it's in the tens. So what? 1 times 3? 3. And the next one would be 1 times 0, and that answer is going to go here. So 1 times 0 is 0. And then our last answer is going to go over here, right? So 1 times 2 is 2. We're going to add these together. 9 plus 0. 3 plus 0.
3.
6 plus 0.
6.
And 2 plus 0.
2.
Now this is in the what?
Hundreds.
This is in hundredths. So let me put my chart here. Which one of these spots are in the hundredths? What's this? Tenths. And this is the hundredths. So what number is going to go in this hundredth spot?
9.
The 9, right. So I'm going to take that 9, I'm going to put it here, right? The 3 goes where?
And a 10.
Tenths. And then our 6 and our 2, right?
Yes.
So our answer is what? 26.39, right? Good job. A slice of pizza costs $1.57. There's our $1.57. How much will 27 slices cost? So our problem is 1.57 times what? 27. So we put our 27 down below. To go over this again, what is our, if I took this decimal off, what word would I want to write back here? Hundredths, right? Feel better about the spelling? I didn't abbreviate. So this is 157 hundredths times 27. So now we're just going to do what? Okay, when we have, we're going to multiply these 7 times 7, and our answer is going to go here, right?
Yes.
7 times 5, our answer is going to go in the tens place, right?
Yes.
7 times 1, and that's going to go in the hundreds place. Then our next set of answers are going to go below it, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to put 3 spaces. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
7 times 7, our answer is going to go here, right?
Yes.
7 times 7 is?
49.
You said bring the 9 down.
And carry the 4, right? Now it's 5 times 7, and our answer is going to go here. 5 times 7 is?
45.
Plus 4,
39.
and carry the 3, right?
Yes.
Now we're going to do 7 times 1. 7 times 1 is? Plus 3. 10. You guys said placeholder. Why? Because once we move over to this spot, it's in the tens column, right? Okay, so I'm going to put a placeholder down here, right here. And then I'm going to say 2 times 7 is 14. And I'm going to carry the 1, right? And I'm going to get rid of those guys. So now I'm going to do 5 times 2 is plus the 1 is 11, and I'm going to carry the 1, right? And now I'm going to do 2 times 1 is 2, plus the 1 is 3, and that goes here, doesn't it? I'm going to add them all together. 9 plus 0, 9. 9 plus 4, 13. Carry the 1, right? 1 plus 1 is 2. 3 plus 1 is 4. And this is hundredths, right? Hundredths. So how many places when we have hundredths, which place is the hundredths in our decimal? This is tenths. This is hundredths, right? So that means our 9's going to go here, isn't it?
Yes.
So we can put our 9, and then our 3 will go here. Our 2 goes in the ones place, and the 4 goes in the tens place, and our answer is 42.39. And if you wanted to make it neater, I hope that this was helpful to you. I love math.